Hello, my fiery friends. Welcome once again. It is once again another fun Midweek Magic Wednesday. We're also going to have a chance to compete and enjoy a little bit of otherwise our usual deck techs. Super awesome budget deck techs today. We have again another deck that I'm super excited to show and share with you today. But again, also beyond that, we'll also have an opportunity to then play maybe a little bit of other formats. We'll see again how today goes. Again, hopefully, again, wherever you are at, you are enjoying the content, whether you're watching this live or if you're watching this on the replay. But either way, let's go ahead, can jump into what we're trying to do today. So with that, let's go ahead and bring this forward. Okay, there we go. Awesome. All right, so we're now exactly where we want to be at for now. So we're going to be checking out Midweek Magic. Don't worry, I will show off, of course, the actual main event, the deck that we'll be playing with in a little bit. But I figured we'll play a little bit of Midweek Magic, just at least for the first part of the stream. And then for the second half, as always, I will jump into, of course, what we're really trying to play with in just a little bit. But again, we'll get started here. Looks like it's a Phantom bot draft this week for Modern Horizons 3. So let's see how this goes. I haven't actually done a draft in a little while, so I'm a little bit fuzzy, but we're going to see how it works. So with that, we'll go ahead and just start making our picks here. Ooh, okay, so we got Ugin's Labyrinth, so I think I'm going to just try to go with... We'll get that pick. All right. Again, I don't expect myself to do anything amazing with this, but we're going to try to see if we can have some fun with what we're going to try to pull off here. Okay, so with that, I guess... the Bountiful Landscape. Again, I'm not the best at drafting, so I'm just going to run and roll with what I got. So whatever I am shown, I will take. So let's see. Okay, I guess a Faint Flames. All right, Disruptor Flute. And okay, we'll get the Ravager. Let's see, what else do we want? Okay, I guess we'll get the Unsealing. Basically everything that's all devoid. And, ooh, Idol of False Gods. Also, that's really sweet. At least what's nice about this is because it's a bot draft, that means I can move pretty quick on this. But while I'm doing my picks here, how is everybody doing today? How is everybody out there watching this stuff? Hopefully, again, your day is going well. We are, of course, very close to finishing up for Bloomborough. That should be coming right around the corner as I speak, so I'm actually looking forward to that very much so. That'll be really awesome for us. I don't know what I'm picking here, I guess. Again, I'm just honestly just trying to go quick with this one. We're not going to do anything super crazy. And we're going to just try to get this done ASAP. Let's see here. I guess we'll just pick another artifact. All right. I guess there. Mountain, I guess. Forest. Okay, so let's see. What are our picks here? All right. I don't False Gods again. Alright. Pickin'. Wood Tusker. Warp Tusker, I see. Okay. So with that. Let's see. Scavenger. Yep. Just moving along here ASAP. That's all we're trying to do right now, everybody. And then we'll start doing our thing in a bit. Let's see, Snapping Void for casting bigger things. We will. Okay, we don't really have anything exciting here. Guess the Brasking Brood Scale. Let's see. Next. Alright, Corrupted Shapeshifter. Okay. Let's see. Drowned Lurker. Sure, why not? Let's see. Okay. Okay. Janitorium. I guess it doesn't matter too much here. If we just get at least one big hit, we should be good. But I'm not sure that's what we're getting here. Okay. Even if we take too long on the draft, I'm just going to roll with it at least until for the next, like, half of the stream, and then we'll just go from there. So that's honestly all I'm just looking at doing, everybody, in case if you're curious, like my picks and everything and what I'm kind of choosing here. Okay. All right. Let's see. What do we got here that I want to grab? Fire Fortitude. Let's see. Another Idol of False Gods is nice. I guess we're just going to pick all those. If we just only got at least one solid thing here. Eldrazi repurposer. Okay, fine. Let's see, what do we want here? Okay. It doesn't also matter too much because this is also Phantom Draft, so I'm not going to freak out too much if we were missing something here. So with that, not sure what else we want to pick here, but we'll keep going. We got all the Idol of the False Gods here, which is hilarious. Let's see with that. Let's see. Okay, I guess we'll go with the Land Destruction. And get the cave. And okay, I don't know. That. I really have no hope for this draft because again, I'm just like grabbing whatever works best. But it doesn't seem like it's gonna do too much to help us out here. But it's okay. Well, we didn't really hit anything ideal for this draft, but that's totally fine, everybody. While you're also checking me out and everything, if you do want to help us out, if you do want to join the community and everything, we will, of course, be able to have you can join the Discord, and then, again, you can always jump on there. We'll talk a ton over there about budget decks over there and Magic in general, so hopefully, again, for those of you that are watching, you can check that out at any time, and I'll be happy for you to join up with that. But, okay, now that we got this all done, let's see. Can we make anything decent out of this? I have no idea, but we're going to try. So with that, okay, we're going to trim down all the stuff that we really kind of just randomly got and just kind of get rid of those. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I guess it's going to be teamer colors for the most part. Okay, we'll keep the prowess. That actually might be helpful for the future. And what else do we want to cut here? I guess. Okay. Man, we didn't really find any of the sweet Eldrazi that I was hoping for, but that's okay. That's totally fine, everybody. So with that. Okay, so what do we cut? I guess the Visionary. Okay. I think this might be okay. Definitely going to be janky. Not going to lie about that. We'll definitely see how well this does. But we'll draft for a little bit here. We're going to have some fun. And then from there, then we'll see. I'll show you, of course, the awesome deck that I'm going to be able to showcase a little bit later in the stream. So hang in there, everybody. I'm just trying to get these dailies done. As always, we're going to just have some fun with the Midweek Magic event. But again, if it takes too long, I'll be always fine to perfectly jump to something else. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead. Let's see. I know right now also the Bloomborough streaming event is going on right now. Unfortunately, Wizards still does not acknowledge me. So maybe someday Senpai will notice me. But until then, we're definitely going to have a little bit of fun with our draft event here. For those of you, again, who are new to the videos, who are new to the streams and anything like that, this is your new fiery friend, the Infernoman here. And if you're interested in ultra budget decks out there, sometimes, again, we play decks that don't have a single rare or mythic. Sometimes we'll throw in a couple of rares. We'll definitely never really go above, say, 14, 15 rares. We always try to make sure that decks are designed so that way you can play them at any level without having to spend a ton on them. So you can, again, get the most fun out of it and then save up to hopefully build into something even better down the line. But with that, not sure where our opponent is at right now. They're taking their time looking at all their stuff, I'm guessing. So until then, I guess the question I'm mostly asking is, again, are there cards out there you're already brewing with Bloomborough coming out next week? Wow, I can't believe it right now. Bloomborough is out next week, but oh man, time is flying. And then a month and some after that, we're going to already start getting... Wait. Are we already going to start getting Duskmourn spoilers in a month and some? That's going to be wild. I'm excited as always for new sets, but I feel like they're just coming up way too fast. I just can't keep up sometimes with everything we have. But that's totally fine. I'm sure that we're going to get some really sweet stuff. But honestly, I wasn't too hyped for Bloomborough at the start. But again, I'm really actually excited for what it's now bringing to the table. Because again, it has a ton of creature focus. So that's something that I usually love to enjoy playing. Is I love building creature focused decks. Where is our opponent though? Where are they at? And okay, well, I guess we're just gonna go. Okay, opponent, if whether you're there or not, we're still gonna try to play. So this might not take that long, all things considered. But if it doesn't take too long, we can happily jump into playing some Timeless, and we'll play some Ranked to enjoy what we are all here to play. Okay, opponent. Anytime now. Anytime now. Alright, that's fine. This is fine, everybody. We will happily take things. Okay. Clock is ticking. I guess our opponent, I don't know if they went to the restroom, they had to take care of something, wherever they're at. I would love to play some Magic today. Would be kind of awkward if we don't. But that's totally fine. So, I guess while they are gone... Okay, are they there? Oh, okay. They are there. I guess we do get to play today. So with that... how do we do this here? I guess we'll just pass. We're going to use this for the Bestow ability. That might help us out a little bit. Okay, they got a Mixborn Unicorn. Okay. I realize now we don't have the mana to cast this per se. That's kind of awkward. Well, it's okay. It's okay, everybody. Like that. Idle False Gods. Actually, wait. We do have the mana for this, but we didn't really build it purposely for this card. We mostly have, again, just blue and red. Opponent's doing landfall shenanigans. Battle Cry. Alright. They pump up their Unicorn. So we're down to 15. Alright. It's not the worst, everybody. We will still get there. Warm Power Stone. Okay, and then with this, we will start creating some Eldrazi spawn. That'll help us out a little bit later on. So with that, opponent is starting to pump. Unstable Amulets. Okay. Alright. This is fine, everybody. Down to... Oh, dear. Down to 5 already. Oh, boy. Well. We'll see if we can try to get around all this. And let's see. With the battlefield right now, we will have a 2/3 Vigilance. And then with that, we will Bestow. So makes it a 3/6. Okay. Well, not too bad so far. We finally have a defender, but is this enough? Or are we going to just die right here? Opponent plays. I'm going to try to ping us out right here, I guess. Is this going to defeat us? So with that... Block the Unicorn. Do they have any pump? Of course they do. Okay, we lose this one. It's alright, everybody. We just got started, so I'm totally fine. I'm perfectly fine. It's okay. Again, we just got started. But again, no matter what happens, whether we win or lose this draft event for Midweek Magic, we're still going to just jump into, of course, our main event in a little bit. So, hopefully, again, you guys are all enjoying that. Okay, let's see. Come on, deck. Let's see if our janky deck can get us to victory. Still believe in it. You just got to believe, everybody. So with that, we'll keep what we got. We have plenty of lands. And we're definitely going to need them to cast these bigger Eldrazi's. But they do also have cycling, which is actually kind of good for us. So we can still dig through things if we absolutely need to. So until then, Mountain. Opponents. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? They're thinking. All right. Island for them. Island for us. Okay, so while they're doing the thing, question I want to ask everybody out there, another question again. So, which creature type are you interested in building for Bloomborough? For those of you out there that are checking it out right now, what would you like to see become a thing? We actually put up a poll already on our actual YouTube page. So if you haven't already voted, if you're, again, a fiery friend of mine, you can check that out. Vote to then pick what you want to see me build next week for the upcoming sets. I think right now we're tied with Bats and Lizards. think that's what we got. That's actually kind of cool. So if it ends up being a three-way tie, or two-way tie even, we'll definitely still work with what we got. 10, and then how do we do this here? I guess we'll cycle. Make an Eldrazi spawn. Draw a card. And pass the turn. Okay. So far, so good. We're just slowly building up all of our resources. That's all we can do. So we got right now 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 6. Okay. Well, with that, once we get Warp Tusker out, we'll be good to go. We're going to start doing some serious damage with this. We're almost there. Verbish Familiar. All right. Let's see. Do we discard a card? Okay. I guess we'll have to do that. Dang, we couldn't do the cosine of memory shenanigans. That's okay. We will get... Okay, actually, are they doing anything? No, they're not. Okay. So we will destroy that familiar and get rid of that. Nope, no answer, of course, from our opponent there. That's fine. That works for us. Alright, we got a island. We will play Warp Tusker. Okay, we will get another Eldrazi spawn. So this is great. We're building up our things. And we got a really big, beefy creature coming down. So this is looking pretty good right now. Aw, yeah. No attacks, of course. Opponents? Do you have an answer? Anything at all? I mean, they might. They have islands and swamps. So that could mean removal. That could mean bounce effects. That could mean counter spells. Who knows? I guess we'll find out soon. All right. I got tapped. Not sure what else they got. I guess we'll see. Opponent still... I don't know if they have an answer or not. But I guess we'll see in a bit. Alright, with that, here we go. Alright, no elemental blast is not bad. That'll come in handy a little bit later, so that's nice. We just need to start smashing our way through. So, Warp Tusker, swinging away. Come on, deck. Alright, they block with a spawn token. That's fine. Do you have an answer, opponents? They might. They might. Okay, they can do that. They draw some cards. No damage for us. That's fine. We do still have ways of getting through some things here. So we have a couple counter spells. We'll see if that's enough to push through against our opponent here. Okay. Creation of Avacyn. Okay. Okay. We're going to dig for a card. Let's see. Is that going to be something we should worry about? Let's see. I wonder what it's going to be. It could be anything, honestly. It could be anything. Alright, another island down. Okay, and our turn here. Okay, we're not getting really much of anything going on, so this is not quite exactly how I expect things to go, but it's okay, everybody. We're still going to do our swings here, because we got to push pressure on our opponents. Okay, opponent, what do you got? Do you have anything? Anything at all? Anything? Opponents? Alright, they are going to block. Again, that's fine. Okay. Everything's out of the way now. But will we be fast enough? Let's see, hold on. Okay, we can replicate this if we need to. We have enough mana for it, too. That's actually not too bad. Whew, okay. They still got 5 cards in hand. They don't have anything on the field. I don't know if they have removal or not, only just because they haven't done anything yet against the Warp Tusker. They might, but I guess we'll see in a bit. Alright, it's our turn again. Still no action, which is kind of annoying. That's fine. No swing in here. Oh, do they have an answer now? Maybe? They got Devourer of Destiny, so that is coming soon. That will be something that we might have to deal with. Alright, breathe your last. Alright. Don't have an answer for that, unfortunately. So, Snow Covered Waits down, and we'll pass. We have a ton of mana right now, and none of our actual things are here for us. Okay. It's okay, everybody. We'll find a way to get through this. Hopefully, maybe. But otherwise... Alright, Shrieking Drake. So, are they going to bounce back? Devour of Destiny? Okay. Oh, they bounce back their own Shrieking Drake. Wait, why did they do that? I don't get it. What was that for? Okay. I'm on deck. Okay, Idol of the False Gods. Not amazing, but we can at least work with it. Assuming our opponent doesn't have another answer. Okay, they don't. Pass. We'll start pumping this up, so I think that'll be our best option here. So that'll start putting a bunch of counters on our idol, which will be nice. And then hopefully we can flip that over and then make it a big creature that we can have and start wrecking our opponent. But that might take a while. All depends again also on what our opponent's trying to do. Whew, okay. Otherwise, okay, Kozilek's Unsealing. So that might be something concerning. Okay. Bespoken Battle Wagon. Okay. We don't know if they're going to do anything with the energy, but I guess we'll see soon. Will you swing, opponents? Okay, they do. Let's make an Eldrazi spawn. Make the tokens. Building up the army. Okay. Block, of course. Even if we sack it, it doesn't really make a difference to us, so we'll just let that die. We're just, again, just trying to chump block as much as we can. Put a counter on the False Gods. At some point, I will put together a budget Eldrazi deck, for those of you that are interested. Because it's been a while since we've done a pure colorless deck in Historic. We did one way, way, way back. But with Modern Horizons 3, I think we could definitely put together something sweet in the future. At least for the Timeless format. So I'll work on that at some point. And we'll definitely have something fun to do in the future for, like, this style. Okay, so they will make some energy. Make another token. No attacks, of course. We'll pass. We're mostly just, at this point, just going to keep chump blocking until we can get enough counters on here. Serum Visionary. Okay, so with that, let's see. Can't really do much else with Basking Brood Scale. Because we also got our forest tapped. But we're going to try. Little by little, everybody. Shrieking Drake again. Are they going to bounce back? Let's see. We'll just wait. It's tempting to still use the Cosign to Memory. But we're going to hold off a little bit longer. Alright. Foreboding Landscape. Alright. Anything, opponent? Anything else? You got 3 more cards I don't know of. Serum Visionary again. We'll draw a card. Start digging. Should have kept ours in. Something to think about. But okay. It's fine. It's fine, everyone. It's fine. Opponent's going to swing. Yep. And we will block here. We'll lose our spawn. That's perfectly fine. We have more than enough mana to cast whatever we need. So that's not the problem. We can also start pumping our Basking Brood Scale, so that'll be pretty sweet coming up. Okay, Snapping Void Claw. This is also not too shabby, too. This at least gives us some way to sink our mana. So that's helpful. Keep taking up Idol of the False Gods. Pass here. Alright. Again, we're super slow in this version of the deck, but it is actually working. Sort of. I think. If they don't have any removal, well, we should be okay for a little while. I'm a little concerned that they will start pumping up a bunch of energy, and I don't know what they will do with that. But we shall see. Otherwise, for those of you that are also still watching, again, whether you're watching the replay or if you're watching this in live, wherever you again, be sure to again check out, of course, all the links below. I'm across various amounts of the social platforms. We also, again, have the Discord. Join us anywhere you want. I'll be more than happy to have all of you be joining up with the rest of our group of fiery friends where we talk about all kinds of stuff across anything here. Mostly, again, I will be streaming on Wednesdays in the morning, as you can see right here. So if you do want to see a consistent schedule for that, that's mostly where we're going to be at. So I'll be happy to, of course, have you all join us wherever you go. But otherwise, going back to the game real quick. Okay, so this is definitely taking a while. This is definitely going to be a slow and grindy style of deck. I was not expecting us to be this grindy versus our opponent, but again, sometimes that happens. I'd like to be more on the faster, aggressive side of things, but this time around, I guess it's just going to be a little slow going, since we're just gumming up the board. We don't really have much else except hoping that our opponent will just keep swinging. Okay, big swing here from our opponent. Oh, I guess not, maybe. Alright, so with that, their spawn token is going to die. Alright, we're down to 19. Another counter goes on top of the false gods. At least we have enough mana to do all of our stuff here, so this will be nice. It will just take time. Okay, Unfathomable Truce. At least this gets us to help us draw some cards, so that's actually not too shabby. Alright, and then with that... what do we want to do here? I think... Bestow. On the Brute Scale. Alright. Energy sacrifice non-token permanent. Okay. That might be helpful for later. And then... another Idol of the False Gods. Prowess. Okay, so we're slowly getting there. Slowly, everybody. We are going to make it. Ooh, okay. They made an artifact creature out of that. Okay. Okay, so we're going to draw a card. I'm going to sacrifice several of them. We're going to make a bunch of counters. This will be awesome. They get some energy. Get all the pump. Come on. Get all those counters on there. All those delicious counters. Maybe we'll find a way out of this right now. We'll see. Draw a card. Up to 6. Okay, so we couldn't get it there, but that's okay, everybody. Okay, Triton Wavebreaker at least is here as another creature, so that does help us out a little bit longer. Okay, so with that, how many counters we have? 8. We need 8. Okay, we just need 8 on here, and then we can then flip this. We just gotta basically hang in there for one more turn. And hopefully we'll be able to do stuff in a little bit. Hopefully. The opponent is also playing very slow and methodical like we are. So, what else is going on right now with Magic? I think they talked about recently also, they were mentioning the way they think of when it comes to dealing with, what is it, the bannings? And I'm not going to lie, that I'm sure annoyed the whole community because the way they basically worded it was, we know that certain cards like Nadu are troublesome for everybody, but they weren't going to try to ban anything until they get to literally the certain point where they were planning on doing it, versus knowing that the community right now is suffering quite a bit. But rather than deal with that, all they just want to do is just keep things going. Obviously, the simplest notion is they only will ban these things also because they need to still sell packs of Modern Horizons 3, which is very disingenuous, and I don't like knowing that. But apparently that's what they want to do. Alright, Warp Tusker gets back. They got it with their quest in the Acropolis, so very annoying. If this takes way too long, everybody, I might try to just not bother with the draft Not that I don't mind doing draft. Again, draft is not my format. I don't like drafting, honestly. I know that's most how people say that's like the most honest and most like skilled way to play Magic, but I'm honestly not a fan of it at all. I don't really care for draft. But even so, we still got to give it a fair shot, so that's why we're here. Okay, so with that, Drowned Lurker. We will make some Eldrazi spawns, which is nice. And then, okay. Let's see. I guess we will draw a card. Alright, Bountiful Landscape. Coming down. And pass here. Okay. Slow going, everybody. Don't worry. We will get there. You just gotta believe. We will get there. Okay. Drowned Lurker is not too shabby of a defensive creature. And we have one more spawn, so that'll flip the Idol of the False Gods. Okay, so our opponent really has all the removal. But we will be able to flip these things now. So this will be pretty nice. That's actually pretty sweet. Unless they have more removal. Oh, come on, opponents. Really? Really? Oh, boy. Opponent is not making this easy for us. They bounce it back. Oh, boy. So we don't think we're going to survive here, everybody. So just concede. I honestly just don't want to drag myself through that anymore, so we'll just move on to the next match. Oh, man. Well, we were in control for a little while there, but unfortunately our opponent had more removal than we did, so we kind of just had to slog through that. We're going to try one more. Honestly, I'm not feeling this draft at all. Not one bit. I know it was only 2 matches, but I honestly want to have more fun with our actual deck today. So that's honestly why, even though we are playing for a little bit here, I'm not going to worry too much about this. I'm not going to stress about it too much. Yes, it's very annoying how this sometimes goes with draft, but again, for me personally, I would rather do something a little bit more fun. Okay, so with that, we'll keep this hand. We will Bountiful Landscape, and we'll pass here. Okay, so opponent, what do you got? Swamp. All right. We will sacrifice, and we'll dig out another forest. This is just to ensure that we can keep doing our adaptability soon with this. Forest again. Basking Brood Scale. We got our nice little lizard aboard. Hopefully that'll be enough to start hitting our opponent down. Island. Sneaky Snacker. This is actually a pretty sneaky card, I'm not gonna lie. No pun intended, but mount it down. Start adapting. Pump, pump, pump. And then with that, go swinging. Okay, so we do have a pseudo ramp way to get through this. And also we can destroy this if we need to in a bit. But otherwise, I think the first thing we'll need to do is actually put this Idol of the False Gods down. We want to see if we can flip this again. We're going to try. We will try, everybody. Alright, Island again. Kami of Jealous Thirst. They hit us. We're down to 18. Siege Smash. Not too bad for later. Oh, wait. Arena. Why did you do that? Now I can't pump these things. It's fine. It's fine, everybody. It's fine. Okay. Oh, wait. I realized the... Oh, actually, they didn't block. Interesting. Okay. I was sure they were gonna... They were just gonna just let us do our thing into that. Well, okay. I guess that worked out, sort of. Okay, so... We'll just let them do their swings. I'm not concerned about that. That's fine. One block here. Only is because we want to start pumping up these Idol of the False Gods. We want to start getting value out of that. But we can always keep building more, so that's good for us. Opponent, what else do you got, though? You got something else in hand, it seems like. Eviscerating Insight. Alright, so they bring back their Sneaky Snacker. They got some cards out of the deal. Anything else, opponent? Okay, so they're going to start trying to drain us here. Okay. Another land. They go down to 13. That was a pretty hard hit. Another sneaky snacker. Not gonna lie, that's actually a pretty gnarly card. But it could be... Activate. Oh, wait. Oh, we can't do... Okay. Wow, I'm really dumb. Okay. Don't forget what you just saw, everybody. Forget that. Tapped. Idle the False Gods. We will destroy one sneaky snacker. Start pumping these up. Get rid of that. Down to 10. Wow, I cannot believe I just did that. Well, once again, it's important to always read your cards, everybody, so you don't look dumb like I do. Again, not saying I was the best Magic player, not saying I'm the most attuned. I'm just a guy that likes to put together things for cheap. That's all I am. Just a simple little fireball that likes to put things together for super cheap. But okay, let's see. Opponent still got 5 cards in hand. We're very close to the end right here. So that 10, we're at 11. Okay. Fortunately, our opponent's going to keep doing their card value stuff here. So it's very annoying. It's fine, though. It's fine. They're going to keep trying to do their little shenanigans here, which is kind of cute, but not going to lie, we will find a way out of this. At least we can also hit, with Fanged Flames, one of the sneaky snackers. I think that'll probably be our best option here to get through this. Opponent. We got a full hand still. So I don't know what else they could do right now. But otherwise, okay. Now I'm going to hit you all with more questions because we got plenty of time, of course, to ask all the questions today. What other... Is anybody here excited for any future sets? They haven't announced the sets beyond Duskmourn, but what are you interested in for future Magic? I would love to hear from all of you about what you're interested in doing. Are you looking forward to any of the more Universes Beyond? I know they just talked about right now the Monty Python Secret Lair coming out. Not gonna lie, not really a huge fan of Monty Python per se, but it is kind of neat, the novelty of those cards, so it's kind of cute. We'll see how that goes, though. Alright, so Island. We'll just do this now since they can't really stop it. Alright, so that's exiling 1. Activate. Activate. And this will just be a cute little cycle here. Put them down to 9, so we're still in this race. Still in this race. We just need to slow down that sneaky snacker. That's all we gotta do, everybody. That's all we can do. But if we can at least flip at least one of these, that would be great. Okay. Okay, we can do this, everybody. We can do this. We will try to get around this. Opponent is thinking, though. Come on, opponents. I believe in you. Alright, they got their swamp down. Okay. And what else you got? Come on. What else you got, opponent? Show me, show me. You got a full hand. Which doesn't give me confidence because I swear, like, I always like to burn through my hand. That's kind of how I am as a player, though. Okay, so with this, let us destroy... Oh, wait, we can't really destroy... Okay, never mind. Can't really do anything with that. Never mind. It's fine, everybody. Let us block here. We need to stem the bleeding ASAP as much as possible. So down to 7. That'll put some more counters on the False Gods. So they're up to 4. They're halfway there, but we are running very low on time right now to see if we can overcome this little desolate strategy here. We're going to try. We will try. Okay. Opponent is definitely thinking everything through. Me, on the other hand, I'm again more of that. Definitely, I'm going to just slam things down ASAP. Okay, quest for the Necropolis. Alright. Better Guardian Engine. Okay, so they definitely have a threat on board now, and we are not looking the best, but we're going to try. We'll swing here. Do they take the bait? They do. Okay. Alright, hold on. Pump here. 6-5. Down to 7. Okay. Make a token. Make a token. We're just doing this again just to generate that value. So we can speed up the clock here. To 5. Okay. Okay. We can do this. We're very close. We're still neck and neck here. It is close to the end. I would love to at least get one win with the draft. Just one win would be nice. We shall see. Okay, block again here. Even just blocking at this point, just that one extra point of damage will give us time. We're very close to flipping these. Assuming our opponent doesn't have any kinds of answers, we could try. We will try. This Raider's Insight. Alright. So, unfortunately... Wow. I'm not gonna lie, everybody. I'm not a drafter. I will definitely say that again. I can't make draft decks very well, so this is honestly not my forte. I'm definitely a constructed kind of player. But, at the very least, I'm always willing to give anything a try. Even if I'm not the most attuned with whatever strategies we're looking at. Just keep that in mind. Okay, so Snapping Void Claw. We'll play this. Okay, so with that, trigger again. And we will swing again. We have to keep up here. I don't think we're going to survive this one now because we're down to 3, but we're going to try. Come on, deck. Just one more shot here. That's all you want. That's all I want. That's all I want out of this. So. Opponent swings. Down to 1. Ooh, boy. Does our opponent just drain us out here? Is that all they do? So sad. Okay. They draw 2 cards. Ouch. Okay. That means they can trigger off their thing and... Hold on. I'm just going to activate this just out of spite. Oh, man. We were so close. So close to closing this out right here. Man. They drain us out here, and dang, we lose. All right. Again, did we have fun with this match? No, we did not. Sadness. Okay. You know what? I'm not feeling right now this draft, everybody. I'm not a drafter. Let's not mince words here. So you know what? We're just gonna go to our decks. I'm just gonna flip it a little early. We're gonna just jump into what we came here for. This is exactly what all of you came here to see today, and this is again what I'm definitely going to be super excited to talk about, which is a deck that I am simply calling for the Timeless format, the Pride Lands. That's right, everybody. We're gonna see if we can flex our Lion King style of games today. It's all in on cats. Why did I say kites? Did I say kites? Okay. Words are hard, everybody, but you get what I'm trying to say here. All I'm trying to say is, again, this is going to be a cat deck that's focused around just building a ton of value. We'll have some of our classics like Leona Vanguard here, Wild Nacatl. We have only a single copy of a Johnny. I know. Don't worry, I'll explain why in a second. But otherwise, this is the game plan for us today. We are just playing all in on creatures. We're going to try to, again, get more into with creature decks as we get closer to Bloomborough within the next week. So that's, again, why I'm going to just play something that I'm a little bit more... This is definitely my wheelhouse. I'm definitely big on aggro decks and creature decks. So with that, let's go ahead. Let's actually break down this game plan for you to explain how we're going to get to our win with our cat deck. So in the 1-drop slot, starting with the creatures, Leona Vanguard here. If you've seen this in the past, it's pretty simple. Again, as long as we have 3 or more creatures, the Vanguard will get a pump, and also we gain 1 life. That 1 life will be very helpful for us for our next card, our Pride and Joy here, the one and only Ocelot Pride. Yes, you've seen this card many times, I'm sure, if you all played Historic or Timeless in the past month. This is definitely a menacing card. Doesn't seem like it does much, but it will get very quickly out of control, crazy good. So, Ocelot Pride, if you have been living under a rock, is a creature cat. It's a 1/1. It has First Strike and Lifelink, and it has Ascend. So, at the beginning of your end step, if you gained life this turn, you create a 1/1 cat creature token. If you have the City's Blessing, for each token you control that entered the battlefield this turn, you get to create a token that's a copy of it. So, this thing will get super big and will help us go super wide out of control. So, I absolutely love this little card, and it's definitely going to be great for our cat deck. With that, we also have Wild Nacatl here. So another classic here. This will get extra pump as long as we control a mountain and a plains, and we are definitely Naya color, so that'll be pretty easy for us. Because we are a budget deck, however, all we can afford was just one Ajani Nakado Pariah. Also, for the reason is I ran out of wild cards. So, yeah, the pressure and sadness, of course, of trying to build a good deck, but also keeping it within budget means that we kind of have to work with what we got. So that's why we only have one copy. Even if we only have one copy, it still works very well in this deck for what it does. If you haven't seen this card before, it starts as a legendary Cat Warrior creature, and it has 1/2. And when it enters, you'll get to create a 2/1 white Cat Warrior creature token. However, if any one of our cats dies, we exile a Johnny, flips into the Planeswalker form, and that's where the real fun begins. We get to pump up a ton of cats, we get to create cats, we can then just do a bunch of crazy cool things with it. So I actually am happy. Even if one copy is all we can afford, that's actually still going to be just fine for us. We have plenty of other ways of getting to our victory. I'm sure many of you, whether you're new to Magic, whether you've played the budget decks, whatever you've done, I'm sure you've all seen this card. Johnny's Pride Made, gains life, gets counters on it, it gets super big, it becomes a swole cat very quickly. So definitely we got to throw this into the deck. We're also going to rock Red Regal Leosaur here. This cute little dinosaur cat here is a nice way to finish off our opponent. We go super wide with maybe, say, all of our Ocelot Pride tokens. So put this down. We can mutate if we need to, pumping up all of our creatures +2/+1 until end of turn, which is also really sweet for us. And even if we don't get value out of it that way, it's still perfectly fine as a 2/2 just to help us build up our cats. In the 3-drop slot, this is again where things get a lot more interesting for us. We have King of the Pride here, so definitely going to work with our nice little Lion King style of gameplay here. Other cats we control will get +2/+1, and it's a 2/1 itself, so definitely will give us all the pump we need to make our cats super big, super strong. Jewel Thief here may look a little odd because it's not really anything special, but hear me out for a second. This is our ramp. I know, it seems weird to say that, but hear me out for a second. I'm not being silly about this. It has Vigilance, it has Trample, and also when it enters, it creates a treasure token. So that's actually really sweet for us, because if this kind of triggers off with Ocelot Pride, we can create some more extra treasures that'll help us ramp a little bit more into the mid game. So really great for us. Don't underestimate this cute little card. Vigilance and Trample, if we can pump this up, is hilariously awesome, and you'll be very surprised at how well this card does, even as a simple little common. Again, we are a budget deck, but all we can afford was just a single copy of Pride Sovereign for the time being for this deck. We honestly don't need more than one copy, mostly because we have other ways of getting big cats out there without the Pride Sovereign. But I leave in just one copy here just to exert it can create a bunch of life-linking cat tokens, which is great synergy with Ocelot Pride, because it can help us just keep generating more cat tokens to help us go super wide, super big. If we don't need those cat tokens, we can just simply attack with this card, because it'll get a +1/+1 for each other cat we control. So obviously, this is great for us. Really awesome little card. I love what it does. We need more ways of creating more tokens because, again, we're just going to be crazy like that. So in the 4-drop slot, we're going to, of course, have Sovereign Okenek Ahu. Did I say that right? I can't sometimes pronounce things, but you know what I mean. This is basically a ward. It has protection with ward, and it, of course, is a 3/4. When it attacks, for each creature you control with power greater than the creature's base power, I know that sounds very confusing to say, you put a +1/+1 counter up for equal to the difference. So, in other words, if the power is different than the base power, you basically just kind of adjust that accordingly with counters. I know that seems a little weird the way they worded it, but basically it just helps us do more pumping. That's all you just need to know. And then finally, on the top end of our curve, our finisher is going to be Jetmir, Nexus of Rebels. This is the first time I've had a chance to actually play with the card, so actually this is really sweet for what our deck is trying to do. Jetmir here is a 5/4 cat demon. It's legendary, and of course, if we control at least 3 or more creatures, you get a +1/+0 pump, and also our cats will have Vigilance. If we have 6 or more creatures, they'll have Trample, and of course, they'll also be stacked on top of the Vigilance. And if we get even crazier than that, whoo boy, then we'll definitely be able to then finish off our opponent with Double Strike if we have 9 or more creatures with all that pump. So at the top end, if we have at least 9 cats, we're looking at a +3/+0 pump with Vigilance, Trample, and Double Strike. If that doesn't finish off your opponent, I don't know what will. So let's go ahead and let's assume that this will definitely be game winning for us once this gets onto the battlefield. But now to go circling back over to the support pieces, we'll of course talk about those. We have a Johnny's Welcome in the 1-drop slot here. This is basically our best way of then just generating more life for our creatures. It of course is on flavor, so I threw that into, so I figured why not. In the 2-drop slot, we have a little bit of removal. We have copies of Case of the Gateway Express. I actually really love this little card here. It's a great way for us to remove anything out of our way. We swing hard with it. We get extra pump out of the case, so that's actually really sweet for us. And then the only other support piece we technically have is going to be Asika's Chariot. Although this is a vehicle, it does create for us cat tokens that we can also then create more of with Ocelot Pride. And of course, if we can then just kind of help crew this for 4, we can do even more with it because we'll again create more cat tokens, and then it'll just get out of control very quickly. But otherwise, that's always the whole game plan for you on that end here. As far as the mana base, we are budget, so we're just going to have to work with what we got. So in order to just work with that budget, we'll have 5 plains, 3 mountains, 4 forests. Cabaret Courtyards here will just help us filter through our deck. They also help us gain 1 life when they get sacked, so that does trigger off Ocelot Pride, and that does trigger off a Johnny's Pride too. So lots of pride here for what we're trying to do. And then finally, 4 copies of Secluded Courtyard, just to help us fix our mana since we are just rocking a ton of cat tokens. If you're trying to be curious about the stats, I'll talk about in a second. But otherwise, circling back over to the sideboard, if you do want to play this in best of 3, here's going to be your best options for you. Tormod's Crypt is going to be your best free option. Just again, just deal with graveyard hate. Rhythm of the Wild here, really cool card, just helps us prevent our cats from getting countered, and also our non-token creatures will have Riot. Riot basically just means they enter with a +1/+1 counter, or they will have haste. So having hasty cats is really great for our deck. Kudzil here is going to be also another legendary cat creature. This basically will prevent our opponent from casting spells during our turn to allow us to do our thing. So basically it's just, again, something great against control decks out there. If you need more control hate and also combo hate, we also have Deafening Silence here. We're mostly a creature deck, so this doesn't hurt us all that bad. Just prevents players from casting more than 1 non-creature spell a turn. If we do need a little bit more catch-all removal, we'll have Ossification. We are rocking a ton of planes, so this is actually great for us to enchant a basic land. Make a Stand here is going to be able to protect all our entire game plan, giving all of our cats indestructible and another extra pump. And then finally, to round out our package for some artifact and enchantment hate, we have the single copy of Feline Sovereign here. Gives, again, our cats some pump, protection from dogs, which is not the most irrelevant thing. You never know when that might come in handy. But of course, whenever 1 or more cats we control deal combat damage to a player, we get to destroy an artifact or enchantment they control. So really nice for us, great synergy, and just helps us with our whole game plan. But if you're curious about how the stats look overall, you're looking at, again, 32 creatures, 8 non-creature spells. Average mana curve is about 2.0. Again, as I mentioned, this is Naya, so that means it's white, red, and green. And of course, you're looking at, 7 enchantments, 1 artifact specifically out of those non-creature spells, and 20 lands. Whew! Okay, I managed to get that all out of the way. I feel like I am just out of breath right now, just trying to talk about this all in one go. But you get the idea, everybody. Just play a ton of cats, gain a ton of life, trigger off Ocelot Pride, trigger off a Johnny's Pride mate to go wide and go big, and hopefully we'll finish off our opponent with our other cats. Can this work in Timeless on a budget? Well, you're about to find out. So I'm super excited for this deck. I've play tested it quite a bit here. It doesn't always get a ton of wins, but it is actually a lot of fun. So I'm actually going to play this right now. I'm super duper excited for this. Let's go ahead. Let's do some ranked Timeless just to keep it fair. And then we'll then see how well the deck does. So can Simba and the rest of his pride get us some wins today? Let's see. I'm, again, hoping that this is actually going to work out just perfectly fine for us. Even if we get at least a couple of wins, I will be very happy with the results. Okay. I would love for us also to kind of play the Lion King right now, but I don't want Disney, of course, to shut this stream down. So with that, we're just going to just work with what we got. We'll just see how well things go. Okay, we got our first match here going. We're going to now see how well it does. I'm really, again, super pumped for this. Can our cats get there? We're playing, of course, the Pride Lands. And speaking of Pride Lands, well, a little awkward here. We don't have enough mana to cast much of anything, so we're going to try to mulligan. Let's see. Okay. This is not bad. This is fine. We can work with this. So, let's go ahead. Let's play this. We can't play our Wild Nicottles, which is a little unfortunate, but that's okay. We'll throw 1 away. Or at least put to the bottom. And then with that, they are playing a Pathway Land. Kami of the Bamboo Groves. It's an Alchemy card, which I absolutely hate. I don't like Alchemy cards in any way, but you know how I am for that. So I won't rant about that today. In any case, Plains. Ocelot Pride. Meow meow. Maybe I should have called the deck Meow Mix. No. Ocelot Pride sounds a little bit more regal, so we're definitely going to stick with that instead. Okay, Windswept Teeth. They're sacking it. Getting their forest or plains. I'm probably going to guess it's going to be the Surveil Land. Oh, forest. Snow cover forest. Okay. Yeah, I see our opponent is going to try to then maybe ramp it to something big, which is scary. But it's fine, everybody. We still have plenty of time to get around what we need to. Okay, they got Primeval Titan. That's what they're trying to do. Interesting. Alright, that's fine. We'll put this down just for regular value. Okay. We're not going to attack yet. I know they could just chump block and just kill our Ocelot Pride, so we can't have that die. Not anytime soon. If we really have to, also we can then use Regal Leo so we can pump up these two and then just do a little bit extra damage. Because also, once we start going off with Ascend, that's definitely will the deck take off. Sylvan Scrying. Commercial District, okay. They're just trying to ramp ASAP, I can see. If we can get at least one green source, we'll be in business here. We'll definitely be able to go off of what we have. Johnny's Pridemate. That'll be nice for later. So, with that. Attack with the Leosaur. Probably let. Okay, down to 17. Okay. So, what do you got, opponents? Is that Primeval Titan come down anytime soon? That's what I'm scared about. Oh dear. Natural Order. Alright. Does that mean they get Primeval Titan on board? Yes, they do. Okay. Scary. But again, it's still early. I think we might have a chance if we just overwhelm our opponent. We just need to go wide ASAP. Yeah, Johnny's Welcome's not bad. But we don't have a way of triggering it right now. Oh boy, this is so awkward for us. We can't do anything. We're not getting the mana we need. We're not gaining any new mana. So we just have to hopefully trigger off at least one trigger, and then we'll start going wide. We will be able to do it, everybody. I believe in us. I believe this deck. Primeval Titan number 2. Oh boy. This is going to be really scary and just going to be out of control very quickly here. It's okay, everybody. This is going to be a really interesting match right now. I don't know if we have a way of getting around 2 Primeval Titans, but we're going to try. We will try. If we could just get at least a forest, we'll be fine. Because they're going to now start going wider than we are, which is... I just hope we can get there. We can take one hit here, for now. Okay, are they going to get down more Field of the Deads? Yep. Yep. A lot of zombies. Okay, deck, come on. If there's any time I need you to deck to be giving me anything. Okay, they gave me a plains. Well, that's not what I need at all. Okay. Still. We will try. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gain a life. This will start triggering off of Johnny's Pridemate. Slow, but it is working. No attacks. We'll start making our cat tokens. We did get the City's Blessing, but it's too little too late. That's the only unfortunate part. Man, we just needed at least one forest, and we could have just done our whole thing here. Just one forest would have saved us, I believe. Spelunking. Okay. I noticed that, again, for our deck, we can afford to put in Spelunking, but it doesn't really fit with our deck because we just want to go off and be as aggressive as possible. Unfortunately, however, our opponent here just kind of outdid us here. We can't really stop this whole assault. Gaia's Blessing. Alright. Alright. Well, I guess we'll just concede here. Okay. Well, you can kind of see the deck was going to start doing its thing, but our opponent was just way faster than us. So, we're just going to jump on to the next match. It's okay, everybody. I do believe in us. So, we're going to just keep going through ranked as much as possible. That's all we're going to do for the rest of the stream. We're just going to keep going through ranked ASAP. We are at this point, I realize now we're actually about to hit the halfway point of the stream already. Wow, time flew. But even with that, we're going to try to see how many matches we can get in. Once we get close to the end of the stream, as always, I will talk happily about how well the deck did. Good, bad, whatever. We'll talk about ways you can upgrade it if you do want to play the deck. And of course, for those of you who stuck around this far into the stream, you're my true fiery friends, and I'll be more than happy to show you what is coming down the pipeline for future content. So hang in there, everybody. We definitely have still a lot to go through near the end. But otherwise, until we get to that point, let's go ahead. Let's see if we can get our next match going. And we will see. Okay. Well, we don't have the red for Regal Leosaur, but we do have the Johnny's Welcome. That actually is a key piece for us. Unfortunately, however, we have a secluded courtyard, so that's not what we needed, but that's fine. We have ways of still generating a bunch of tokens. Swamp, okay. I'm worried they might have removal. Okay, cat. So with that, how do we do this here? Okay. I'll put down the Vanguard first. I'm anticipating they have removal. Based on how also it's looking right now, watch. Yep, Fatal Push. No surprise there. They always have a turn 1 Fatal Push. Always assume the turn 1 Fatal Push. Leon and Vanguard again. So with that, put down it again. Number 2. Do you have more removal, opponent? Maybe? Orcish Bowmasters. Okay. Alright. Unfortunately, that is going to stop the Ocelot Pride for a bit. So we will try to see, can we get wide enough to get around a Bowmaster? On a swings here, we're down to 18. Or at the very least, maybe we can try another option here. Where is our mana? Come on, deck. I'm a little annoyed right now. Okay, they probably have more removal. Wait for it. Wait for it. Drown in the lock. Okay. Are they a mill deck? Drown in the lock? I don't know. Down to 16. Secluded Courtyard. Well, I mean, we're slowly getting there. Jewel Thief. Wow, they have mana drain. Come on, opponents. I just want to do my thing and have fun. Unfortunately, our opponent, however, doesn't believe in fun. So we're in an awkward spot here. But we're going to try, everybody. We will not give up just yet. We have to find a way to get around these things. Pride Sovereign. Come on, deck. Does our opponent have more removal? Oh, come on, opponents. Let me have some fun. Oh, boy. Okay. 2 cards in hand. Okay. Down to 12. Oh, boy. This is so aggravating right now. Okay, Leosaur. Come on. Can Leosaur stick? Gain life from the Cabaret Courtyard. Okay. We will get white. So with that, Plains go up to 13. They have 2 cards left. Wow. Still have more removal? Oh, I can't believe this. Okay. Their whole thing is just nothing but removal. Okay, second Orcish Bowmasters. Okay. Hand is empty. If we can just at least get 1 creature just to do our thing. Maybe just make... Okay, they just got back their mana drain. That's really annoying. Okay. Alright. We got a mountain, so that doesn't do anything. Johnny's welcome. Way too late. Oh, man, this is terrible. This makes us look so bad here. Okay, down to 4. Wow. A Johnny's Pride made. They have the counterspell already, so... Wow. I can't believe they had the perfect hand to stop our whole game plan here. This is absolutely really not fun for us. Wow. Ah! Oh, my goodness. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to get that out there, everybody. Man, oh man. Wow, they actually shut down our whole game plan. Can you believe that? Can you really believe that? They actually had all that to stop our whole game plan. Wow, our opponent just does not believe in fun. Okay. Sorry, I don't usually like to vent that hard, but man, oh man, I couldn't believe that they actually just steamrolled us like that. We had no shot in actually doing anything there. But okay. Shaking it off, and we're going to try again. That's what we're here for, everybody. We will get some wins, I assure you. This deck is not that bad. I mean, I'm not going to say it's even bad. It's actually a fun deck. When it goes off, of course. But we're going to try. I forget that, again, playing in rank does mean that we're going to be dealing with a lot of people that are going to be very sweaty. So, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. But okay. So, let's go ahead. Let's jump right back into this. We're going to try again. I believe in this deck. We will be able to get some wins with our deck. Okay, so with this hand right here, this is definitely a lot better. So we can cast what we need, actually, and we'll do our thing here. Depending on what our opponent gets right here. Okay, tap land, forest, that's fine. So, Plains, Ocelot Pride. Circle of Life. Okay, Swamp. All right. No removal, please. Right of the Reliquary. Okay, interesting. Okay, but that's fine because we have ways of going off right here, so this is good. So with that, Wild Nacatl. Ocelot Pride. Alright, I'm feeling it this game. I'm feeling it. Okay, so if they have Right of the Reliquary, they're going to start ramping with sacrificing creatures. Alright, blue to Delta. I know I probably should have put down the Cabaret Courtyard first, but I wanted to... I need to get the... I want to try to get the Blessing of the City ASAP. That's what we're trying to do. Bloodghast. Okay. Interesting. So they're going to sack the Bloodghast, I'm guessing. All right. So with that. Okay, a Johnny. They make a cat.
Nothing is more important.
We'll finally go off here. And we'll be able to fix our mana to what we need. So this is not too bad. Yeah. All right. This is much better than the last game. Okay.
Get our mountain. Gain life. Pump up Wild Nicottle. This just has vigilance, so it can't block. Do you actually block opponents? You can't block with Bloodghast. Okay. You do sack it. Okay. That's a choice. They'll put a land out. They get back their Bloodghast. Annoying, but it's fine. Can't block anyway, so down to 14. Yeah, make some tokens now. There we go. There we go, everybody. Whew. Okay, I thought we weren't going to get there for a second there, but now we have definitely the City's Blessing. We'll start doing our thing here. King of the Pride is coming. All right, well, we got there, everybody. Yeah. Just one flip of the switch there. But see, there you go, everybody. That's what I was trying to talk about here. That's exactly why I like this deck. In one turn, literally just that simple little Cavalry Courtyard. We flipped it, got the City's Blessing, and we went super wide. All we just had to do... Oh, man, I was hoping to go off with King of the Pride here. I wanted to do our Circle of Life. At least with this. I was hoping we were going to do that. But that's okay, everybody. You got it. We got our win. Yay! I'm so happy about that. Okay. So, with that, we did get what we wanted, so sweet. Can we do that again a couple more times? I would love to do that a couple more times, everybody. Let's see. Let's see if we could do it again. Oh, and then again, since we're already past the halfway point, as always, that's a show again, but I am going to show one more time. If you are interested in the content, if you do like anything we're watching, whether you're watching this live or if you're watching it on the replay, be sure to, again, like, follow, subscribe, wherever you watch my content, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Twitch, whether you're seeing the announcements and memes that I put on Instagram or, what is it, X? Or some of you call it still, I don't know, Twitter. Either way, I'm also on there too. We have a Discord. I'll post up again the Discord if you have missed it already. The link is going to be in there. I'll put all that up. If you'd like the deck, of course, I'll put that in the description. Everything is going to be in there, so all of you can check that out. But otherwise, until then, we have... Okay, we got another Ocelot Pride. We got Johnny's Primate, so we can go big and we can go wide. This is actually not too shabby for us. We could just get another land. This will also be perfectly fine. But it depends also on what our opponent's playing here. What are they playing? Okay, Raiding Pool. Young Wolf. Huh. A combo deck? That's what I'm guessing. Ocelot Pride. Alright, are we going to get comboed here? I don't know what has Young Wolf. We'll see. Okay, Blue to Delta. Sack it. Opponents? What are you going to get? Swamp. Psychic Frog. Oh, okay. Interesting. We'll see how this goes. So with that, Mountain down. A Johnny's Pride made. So Undying means they'll get a +1/+1 counter. So we can't do anything yet. We have to wait until we get one of our life gain triggers. Okay. Underground Mortuary. A lot of people are playing the Surveil lands. I honestly like the Surveil lands, but man, they are super expensive to own. I was honestly hoping that I would have had a chance to buy a couple of these, but the prices on them have gotten way too out of control. But, alright, opponent's got Fabricate. They will make a token. We can go wide too. We just need some answers here. Does our opponent swing? They do not. Okay, much better. That's what we're looking for, everybody. Okay, so with that, Johnny's Pride made again, number 2. Here's how we do it, everybody. Cavalry Courtyard going off. We sack it. That'll get us our mana fixed. So that's we're gonna definitely need what we get here. So we'll get a forest. Mana's fixed, perfectly fine. They can, however, start doing their shenanigans with sacking. So it's gonna and whatnot. So this will be a little interesting to see where it goes. Okay, so with that, they can discard a card to make the Psychic Frog bigger. So we're not gonna do anything yet. We need to start going wide here. We just need to go a little wider. That's all we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're almost there. We're definitely almost there. Okay, if we could just get at least another life gain enabler, we're in business. That's all we need. That's all we need for this deck. Otherwise, let's see, what else? Another way we can also get to victory here is we can also just start pumping up all of our creatures with King of the Prides. That also would be pretty sweet. Okay, opponent is going to start, I'm guessing, sacking treasures, and then the Marionette Apprentice starts going off here. Is that what's going to happen? I guess we'll see. Excuse me. Okay. Nothing yet. All right. So, what do we want here? I guess we'll actually go wide with the Johnny. We definitely need to start getting the whole thing off here with tokens. So we'll make our cat. All right. No attacks yet, everybody. Nothing yet. We're close to going off. Oh, man. We just need one more card that can just help us gain life. That's all we need. Any of our life gain enablers would be nice here. Anything. Even our removal can help us just trigger everything off. That's all we need to get to a victory here. Come on, deck. Please don't fail me. Okay. Natural order. Oh, jeez. Really? Natural order for this? Okay. Dying Wolf. Is it a Crater Hoof? Am I getting Crater Hoofed here? Am I really going to get Crater Hoofed here? What are they getting? Are they going to put out Yawgmoth? Is that what's happening? No, it is a Crater Hoof. Okay. Alright. We were so close. Oh, man. Dang. We just keep going up and down. See, this is also why I also don't do rank that much. Only just because, as you can see here, once you get past Platinum, it gets really tough to kind of get around things. So that's kind of why I don't play ranked. Only just the bare minimum to get the Platinum. Everything beyond that is a real grind. And I also, I don't have the time to actually grind all that much. So that's kind of why, that's how we are. In case anybody's curious. So with that, okay, so good news is we do have everything here, but we don't have the mana for it, so this is awkward. We're going to have to mulligan. Okay. Well, I guess we can work with this. So with that, what do we put back here? I think we'll keep the Azeka's Chariot. That should be fine. That should be fine, everybody. Island. Mishra's Bauble. Okay, what could that mean? Sack to get a peek at us before we draw. We draw into an Ocelot Pride. Okay, nice. That helps us out. Put down a Plains. Put down a Johnny's Welcome. This way we can start going off with our cats once we get there. Brainstorm. Oh, okay. Did they? Okay, I'm sure they have to have a fetch land. They have to have a fetch land. Otherwise, they wouldn't lock themselves out like that. That'd be really awkward for them. Wow, they actually just brainstorm lock themselves? Weird. Okay, polluted delta. Okay, well, they do actually have a fetch land. So they sacrifice it. It was still an awkward way they did it. But okay. 2 islands. Well, they have a counter spell. Tameo. Okay. Well, if Tameo's out, that means we can at least do our thing here. So Secluded Courtyard on cat. And then with that, Ocelot Pride. We gain life. So this does mean that our cat tokens will start going off here, which is what we wanted. And we gain some more life. Not too bad. I think we can get there. They have a swamp. Oh. They always have removal. Wonderful. Okay. We're still going to find a way around us, everybody. We can't give up just yet. So, name a cat again. A Johnny. What do they have? Okay. Alright. Well. It's to be expected, everybody. They are going to have counter spells and they're going to have removal. So, unfortunately, we're in a bad spot now. Again. Alright. It's okay, everybody. It's okay. If it gets really bad where I can't really get too many wins here, I also will play maybe a little bit of unranked, just to at least give you some examples of how the deck is actually meant to be played. But unfortunately, right now, ranked is just not doing us any favors. We will try, however. Okay. Harbinger of the Seas. Okay. So that does turn off our Secluded Courtyards, which is awkward. Excuse me. Okay. So they do draw 3 cards. They'll flip Tameo. Wow, they actually got hit with Harbinger of the Seas. That is unfortunate.
I hope you don't mind if I take
Okay.
Respect
Case of the
the
Gateway
library.
Express. Alright, so with that, Secluded Courtyard coming down. This now can't do anything for us. Did we get locked out of this game? Did we get locked out? Are we completely now messed up? I guess we'll find out here. Okay, Tamio shaking up. They swing. We'll take the hit. We go down to 20. We can at least get around some stuff here. Okay, King of the Pride's not bad. Okay. Kevin, hey, found your channel. Though the Toxic deck's looking forward to trying. Sorry, I'm having trouble reading it. Hold on one second. We will swing here. We'll take that down. Draw a card. Okay. Are they going to pump up the frog? Is that what's going to happen here? Is that what's going to happen? Oh, boy. So there goes our cat, unfortunately. That's fine, everybody. It's fine. We have ways around this. We just need to just get around that Harbinger of the Seas. That's all we can do. If we can get around that, we should have a shot, but we're not looking too well here. Okay, opponent, come on. Where are you at? Opponent? Down to 17. Okay. Okay, so how do we get around all this? Oh, wow, that doesn't even trigger off. Oh, man, we are so in a bad spot here. I can't do anything right now. Okay. Oh, boy. Can't do anything. Hit that for 1. That doesn't do anything now. No attacks. Come on, deck. I'm going to give it one more turn. If I can't get around this, that Harbinger of the Seas alone just kind of... Okay. There he just went off here. Right. I'm just going to concede this one. It's not that I don't want to play it. It's just going to be a miserable play pattern. So we will try again. We'll try on another one here. Okay. But otherwise, sorry. Let me read that comment real quick. I'm having trouble seeing it. So with that... So, Kevin, hey, man, found your channel, though the Toxic deck, looking forward to trying it. Okay. Well, I hope you do try it. Let me know how it works for you. I actually have quite a few Toxic decks. If you're interested in going beyond just the mono green one, I'm guessing the one you're talking about, I definitely have a couple of other ones out there that might give you a little bit more if you're interested in checking out that. So, yeah. There's definitely a couple other ones that I would recommend for you if you do like those ones. So, happy you are trying it out. And then, of course, as always, welcome. Hopefully, again, you'll be a new fiery friend for us to join our big and ever-growing group. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Ooh. A little gross there. Okay. All right, so we're going to have to mulligan this. Can't really get what we need here. Okay, so with this... Okay. They're playing Yorion. Should I be scared of that? We're going to... keep this. It is a one-lander, but I feel if we can get there with Ocelot Pride, we should be fine. Okay, because they are going to take a while with Yorion to build up their stuff. We will try to get around this. But otherwise, welcome, Kevin. Hopefully, again, you're enjoying the content. Okay, we got another Plains. That's good. Johnny's Pride Mate. Start swinging. Get that life gain. Pump up the Johnny's Pride Mate. Make a token. Okay, so slowly but surely, we are going to get there. We at least have enough now if they have removal. We have ways of at least circumventing things. Okay, Lush Portico? Is it Portico or Porcito? I can't tell. Words are always hard to me. Okay. Otherwise, our opponent still has a full hand here. Okay, so with that, again, another question I want to ask everybody, so since we're still kind of all hanging out, is is there anything... Oh, I forgot that. I think I asked this earlier, but I'm going to ask it again. Oh, hold on. Opponent, come on. All right. Well, we can't do anything about that, unfortunately. We're just going to have to just roll with this. Down to 14. So, the question I was going to ask is there a Universes Beyond or a Secret Lair that you actually have enjoyed so far? Is there anything that's upcoming? Are you looking forward to the... What is that? The Monty Python one coming out? Did you enjoy the Assassin's Creed one? Opponent? Oh, jeez. Opponent. Come on. Really? All right. Our deck, wow. Our deck is just giving us all the removal that we don't need right now. So our one little cat is all we have. boy. Not fun at all. All right, King of the Pride. We can't even cast that. That's so awkward. Where is our... Wow, our deck really is betraying us in ranked. I swear this always happens to us. Okay, so our opponent here just brought in their Endurance. And... Alright, well, end the turn. Can't do anything. Okay, down to 18. Come on, deck. Give me some lands. That's all I need. Okay, Kevin. Wow. Okay, I'm going to give it one more turn, and then our deck really just doesn't want to perform on stream today. Why is this always happening? I swear, I'll record stuff, and I will throw stuff out there, and the decks I make, they do well. They don't do amazing, but they do decently. But, of course, every time I stream, decks just don't want to perform. Maybe they all have... Wow, okay. Our deck literally betrayed us here. Oh, man, this sucks. Ouch. We literally just had nothing to play here. I can't believe that. But hey, I mean, that is the downside of playing a budget deck. It just happens with us. We just can't sometimes perform. But it's okay. We will not give up, everybody. We will try. We will try to get at least a couple more wins. I do believe in the deck, and the deck does perform. I don't look janky. At least I try not to. Kevin, currently running a mono red deck at the 50-50 win rate. Just started MTG Arena this week trying to build a collection. Okay, well, that's totally cool. Happy to hear that you're getting all into Arena. You picked an interesting time, I'm not going to lie, to start playing. Are you playing in Standard? Are you playing in one of the Eternal formats? Or are you just running with it, whatever you got? Either way, hopefully, again, you'll find again where you want to sit and get into your groove with the game. Because, again, there's going to be a ton of more cards that are coming out literally in a week. If you're playing on Standard... We do have a rotation coming out, so there'll be new cards that are going to be coming in literally in 1 week. But again, however you want to play, hopefully you're going to have fun with it. Okay, going back to our match here, we have a Wild Nacatl. We can't cast these cards here, but we can't get to the Jewel Thief. Maybe this might help us. We'll see. Forest, Wild Nacatl. But again, hopefully you're enjoying the game, Kevin. Okay, Greedy Freeboater. All right. What could our opponent be playing with a Freeboater? They playing Sacrifice? Pirates, maybe? I don't know. I guess we'll find out soon. Okay. We will... How do we do this here? Actually, we'll play the Cavalry Courtyard. This is why. We need to get that white mana for turn 3. Plains. Pump up Wild Nacatl. Swing. Excuse me. Excuse me, everybody. Ooh, man. Ooh, throat acting up. Marionette Apprentice. Okay. Guess our opponent is going to try to do some artifact burn on us. Interesting. I am curious to try to make something that'll work with Marionette Apprentice and do some burn. But that'll be for a future deck tech. Okay, Ocelot Pride's not too shabby here. So here's how we do this. Okay. We will play... Okay, how do we do this here? How do we get... We need to find a way to get all this out, but I don't know how. Okay. So... Well, I guess we will Jewel Thief. Make the treasure token. Leon and Vanguard. We will now gain life with that. So, okay, that stabilizes us, which is fine. And we'll start pushing to a Wild Nacatl. All we just need to do is see if we can go off with our creature right here. Bogger Trawler. There's no graveyard to exile, so that doesn't really do anything for us. We don't care about that. Ooh, I was about to be like cheeky opponents. Okay, they knew better apparently. That's fine. Ocelot Pride again. Meow meow. Wild Nacatl. More meow meows. Okay, and then no attacks. There we go, everybody. There we go. Finally. We're going to start building up all of our kitty cats here. Circle of Life. Speaking of Circle of Life, our opponent here just sacking away. Okay. They make their treasures. They burn us out, but we don't really care about getting burned at this point. We have more than enough stuff here. Oh, they got greed. Well, that's disgusting. Aw, we lose our King of the Pride here. Why are you going to throw away Simba, opponent? Why you throw away my Simba? Simba here was about to run over everything. Okay, Johnny's welcome doesn't really help us now, but we'll throw it down anyway. Once again, we run out our whole hand, but this is fine. We'll start getting incremental value from our Ocelot Pride. So with that, no attacks yet. We want to build up a little bit more. And we're all going to start gaining a ton of life here. So our opponent really, unless they can get rid of Ocelot Pride, they're not going to really stop us at this point. Woo! I do like this deck. When it goes off, it actually is pretty hilarious. The Fatal Push. Aw. Aw. Opponents. You don't like fun? Come on. It's fine. Oh. We got another Ocelot Pride. Okay. We're not doing too bad here. Kevin. Honestly, I play whatever. Tried Alchemy and did starter deck events to get more familiar with it. Just started standard with mono red and looking forward to a bat or squirrel deck with Bloom. Oh, okay. Neat. So with that, okay, we're going to start attacking here because we need to start pushing these creatures out of the way to put more pressure on our opponents. Will they block? Oh, interesting they chose the Jewel Thief for that one. The Trample will push through damage regardless. Okay. We're down to 10. So we're within range. We are going to hopefully be able to beat our opponent here, but we can still keep making tokens. Opponent, do you have more removal? If you don't, that Ocelot Pride's going to run us over. Woo! Okay. That's cool. So you're trying to make... You're playing with mono red. Okay. Opponent plays Grief for no value. That's totally fine with us. Okay, we just need one pump spell. One pump spell gets us the win. That's all we need at this point. Excuse me. But even if we don't, we can still keep gaining life. And, okay. How do we do this here? We can't swing with Leon and Vanguard. We can't afford that to die. So, no attacks yet. We'll just keep making more cats. We gain 4 life a turn now. Technically 5 life, I realized with that. So, I don't know how our opponent's going to beat us here. They have to wrap the board to stop us at this point. They have 1 card left, though. So, I don't think they're going to have the option. Secluded Courtyard. Doesn't do anything for us, but that's fine. We'll just hold on to that. Just keep getting incremental value at this point. So one of the sweet things I love about this deck is even if you can't really push through damage immediately, you can see we keep gaining life and we just stabilize. We can't really... Our opponent needs a Wrath to stop us, and I don't think with their deck they have a Wrath. But there we go, everybody. We didn't have to even swing. Yeah! We got there with our cats. Circle of Life. Woo! Okay, did we have fun that match? Yes, we did. We definitely did. Nice. Okay, so we're going to move on again to another one. We are getting close to the end of the stream. Where again, I know I don't stream as much as I'd like to, only just because I have an actual full-time job. So for those of you that are unaware of, like, who are new to this, I only squeeze in streams when I can. And that's usually, unfortunately, only about maybe 2 hours, 2.5 tops. Just because, again, we don't have that much time to work with stuff because I got a full-time big boy job. But if we keep building up stuff here, maybe, just maybe in the future, I may be able to support us more by just sticking on this platform. But until then, I do appreciate all the support you have given me, everybody. So everyone that's watching today, whether you are watching live or if you're watching on the replay, thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. Even if it's just only a couple of you, every single one of you, I appreciate as my fiery friend, so thank you. Also, I did want to mention, so yeah, since Kevin, you're the one that's chatting real quick, I did want to mention... are you just playing mono red just to play mono red, or are you doing it just to, you know, are you doing it just to get your dailies done? I know you said you're looking forward to a bat and squirrel deck. If you do hang around with us next week, I actually am planning a budget bat deck that will be something awesome I think anybody can put together for Arena coming up. So if you hang around with me, you'll be able to see me put together a really sweet bat deck for next week, since that's what everyone else is voting on. All right. Opponent here is not a fan of Ocelot Pride, fortunately. That's okay. We're still going to try to find a way around this, everybody. So with that, Ocelot Pride again. We'll put down a Plains. Put down Leon and Vanguard. Excuse me. Oh, man. Throat's acting up. That's okay. All right. So with that, do you have more removal opponents? Okay, they have Bloodstained Mire. So they're going to start stacking their stuff here just to get more incremental value from their milling. Disgusting. It's fine, everybody. If they don't have removal, then we have a shot here. That's all I can say is, at least we'll have a shot. Okay, they have 4 cards in hand. What do you got, opponents? Founding of the Third Path. Okay. They probably will clone that Fatal Push. Oh, they mill. Okay. Well, I mean, if they want to mill, that's fine, too. Okay, Sovereign. So, let's see. Cabaret Courtyard. Sacrifice to get a land. So with that, we will get... What do we get here? I think we'll get the mountain. Gain some life. Swing. Actually, I realized I probably should have done that. Oh, man, I did that backwards. I am dumb. What I should have done was I should have just attacked first, see if they block, then take out the Ruin Crab. Okay. That won't hurt me, right? Right? Okay. Unfortunately, though, because I played that around, that means I will lose my Ocelot Pride here, when I probably shouldn't have. Okay. Did we get a little spam on the stream? Okay. Don't worry, I'll deal with that spam in a moment, everybody. Hold on. Alright, we'll deal with that. Okay, it's gone. Phew. Okay. Oh my goodness, we got another Ocelot Pride. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Go swinging again. We got to keep putting pressure on our opponent here. We will put more pressure on our opponents. Okay, Kevin. I'm doing it for the daily wins for gold. Still exploring my playstyle. So far, I've enjoyed dual decks and the Desert Oasis one for starter. Saw a budget mono red and decided to give it a shot. Looking forward to that deck. Okay. Well, thank you again for that. Don't worry. That's definitely going to be our probably our first deck next week when we do Bloomburrow. For those that are unaware, I tend to stream on Wednesdays, so we will be past initial day one. I would love to be here again for opening day for Bloomburrow, but hey, I mean, as I mentioned, big boy job, so that means I won't be able to do that, but Wednesday next week for sure, we will definitely have a solid, awesome bat deck. I don't know what format we're going to put it in first, but we'll see. Okay, our opponent is milling us out down to one card. Oh, jeez. I don't think we're going to win this one, unfortunately, everybody. We will try with what we have. Okay, so here's how we do this. Rigo Leosaur. We put it over. Pumping up our whole team. Big swing here. Wait, did we get there? Opponent's got one card in hand. They have to block. Did we actually get there? Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. We actually beat them. We had no cards left. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. See, this is why I love this game, everybody. You saw that right there, everybody. You saw that. Look at that. Our opponent milled us out to nothing. We pulled our last card, and we were able to mutate. This is also why you can't always give up. Yes, I know I gave up a lot this match, so don't contradict me, everybody. But you just saw what I saw right there. We actually managed to pull it off. We got that win with literally no cards in our deck. We found a way to beat our opponent out just barely. Woo! Yes! Feeling good about that, everyone. Oh my goodness. This is why I love this deck. Wins out of nowhere, everybody. Love it. Love to see it. Okay. So we'll get another win here. Ooh, we got a rare. Restless Spire. That's okay. I guess. I'll take that. Okay. Keeping the train going, everybody. Keeping the good times rolling. Looking at the clock right now. We're looking at probably about 25 minutes left before we are all done. Again, I would love to stream more, but I sadly got to get ready for my big boy job. So because I have to do a big boy job, that definitely means that this will be up on the replay later today, everybody. Don't worry. If you missed any part of this, if you want to see me, I don't know, struggle earlier from the draft, you can check that out and laugh at me if you want to. Or if you, again, want to just catch all the previous decks for this deck tech, or at least want to get a little more in-depth as to what this deck is trying to do, just rewind a little bit. Don't worry, as I mentioned, it'll all be up there soon, so I'll be happy to share that with you. If you do like the deck, as always, I'll put a link for you in the description once we are done with this stream. But otherwise, excuse me, we are definitely getting close to the end here, but with that, as I mentioned earlier, we will, of course, definitely cover... Oh, are we dealing with Mill again? That's disgusting. Okay, it's fine, everybody. It's fine. So with that, Cats... Okay, Leona Vanguard, no attacks. Okay, it's fine, everybody. If we can at least get King of the Pride, maybe that provides us with a little bit more pressure on our opponents. We'll see. Okay, so they milled out an Ocelot Pride and some creatures. That's fine. If they don't destroy a creature here, then we have a shot here of just pressuring our opponent. But otherwise, as I mentioned again... Oh, Circle Extraction. Okay, so they are going to take out our Ocelot Prides, which is annoying. But again, we do have ways of getting around that, so that's not the worst. Okay. So, with that, our opponents, are they going to cast it? Wait, did they cast it for... No, they cast it for 2 life, didn't they? Okay, so they took them all out. Disgusting. It's okay, everybody. We have ways still of getting around things. I wonder if they have an archive trap. That might also hurt us, but we'll see. Either way, we're going to see win or lose. We will keep trying, everybody, for a little bit longer. But as I mentioned earlier, again, we'll throw together everything, so you'll have an opportunity to enjoy all of the other decks that we will have coming up soon. Don't worry. I'm going to take a break from Timeless deck techs for a little while after today, only so this way we can focus completely on Bloomborough. We will do Bloomborough decks across various formats, so hang in there. I'll put together a couple things for Standard, since, again, it is finally rotation, so I'm looking forward to that. We'll finally have some fresh ideas again. We're definitely going to do a lot of Explorer decks. I will continue my Ultra Budget series of decks where you don't have to spend any rares or mythics. We're doing 3-color as we speak, so that's also something that you can look forward to if you want to put together something a little bit more complex, but also more enjoyable. Excuse me. We'll definitely continue the streams. I'll be posting out a couple more shorts that are going to be varying from booster pack openings to, of course, a bunch of things. Yes, we will be cracking Bloomborough boosters in August, so stick around for that. I do look forward to doing those. Hopefully we'll get some cute little fun woodland creature cards from that. But otherwise, that's mostly everything so far coming down the pipeline. Okay, so with that, let's see. All right. Okay, they didn't play anything. Interesting. All right, so with that, we will play on cat. Do they have another circle extraction? They don't. Okay. Well, now we're in a good spot here. Start swinging with our cats. This definitely puts a clock on our opponent here. So they either need removal ASAP, or they need to keep getting surgical extractions to deal with our stuff here. We'll see. Can our opponent push through? Wow, they take the damage down to 8. Okay. That's fine if they want to do that. They mill 4 cards. So what do they get? Kevin. I played against a mill player last Friday, and damn, that was nasty. Had me milled cards until 6 lands were milled. Ouch. Yeah. I mean, I've played mill myself many times. We actually do have a budget mill deck that I played, but I haven't played mill in a while. And I will definitely say, mill can be very hit or miss. Sometimes they literally hit everything perfectly on you. Sometimes they just fizzle. I guess it all depends. Okay, our opponent still has a water grave available. They have Flooded Strand, so I'm going to keep milling. Gross. But it's okay, everybody. We actually still have ways of pumping ourselves up, so we do have ways of still forcing through damage. Down to 7. All right. Our opponent must feel pretty confident about stopping us here at this point. Okay, another watery grave. They need basically removal to slow us down or at least stop our game plan. That's the only way they beat us at this point. Bounding of the third path again. Okay. What can they get? Okay. Is it a fatal push? It is. Disgusting. That's fine. That's okay, everybody. Because we do have another King of the Pride set for us. Wild Nicottle. Okay. King of the Pride again. Get the pump. Yes. Okay, opponent. Lethal. You have to block with the crab. You cannot stop this attack. Unless you want to give up. You can do that too. I'm totally cool with that too. Okay, so they do. Down to 1. Well, they can't play anything else that require like a surgical extraction without paying the price. They have to do that now. Okay, so with that, what else you got, opponent? Pressure's on. Anything at this point will stop them. Okay. Fatal push. But they can't hit the King of the Pride. Wait, no. Yes, they can. I'm dumb. I forgot. They just sacrificed their founding third path. Oh. Against the King of the Pride? Okay. They mill 4. Or at least we mill 4. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Come on, deck. We can do it. They're literally down to 1 life. Wow. Do it again. What else do they have? Another fatal push? That still doesn't do it. They need another creature to stop us. That's it. We got him, everybody. Yes, we got him. Woo! All right, we're just going to do this anyway just because we can. Just to do all this. We endured, everybody. Not too bad. Swing. There we go. Circle of life. That's the circle of life, everybody. We just got them again. Oh, my goodness. Wow, down to the wire there, but I will take it. That is a win. A win is a win, and we will definitely take that win. So, yay. Super happy about that one. All right, more rewards here. I will rant about one thing near the end of the stream, but I'll talk about that in a bit. Something that has nothing to do with anything we did today. It is just something that... that's just how Wizards is sometimes when it comes to certain things. So, again, it's something in Arena that kind of bothered me a little bit this time around. But if those of you who have been playing in Arena, at least for this summer, you'll know that there was a special kind of small event that kind of went down that nobody really liked because it kind of forced you to pay more money for something that was mostly free. I'll talk about what I taught in a bit. So if you know what it is, you know. But those of you that don't know, don't worry. I will bring it up. So until then, however, let's see, how do we do this here? So, okay, this is kind of awkward, but we'll try. Forest, Wild Nacatl. I don't know what our opponent's doing, so we're going to hold off for a second here. Plains, Giver of Runes. Interesting. A Johnny's Pride Maid. So with that, how do we do this here? All right, well, I guess we don't have a choice. Cavalry Courtyard now. So this does get us life, but unfortunately we don't have any of the other creatures out to trigger and get this going. But that's fine. Okay, so we need a white source. Pumps up our Wild Nacatl, which is nice. All right. Down to 18. Okay, so how do we get around all this? Esper Sentinel. That doesn't really hurt us all that much. We don't really have that much in terms of non-creature spells. Ooh. Okay, that's nice. So how do we do this here? Mountain. So that pumps it up to 3. Jewel Thief. That does create for us a treasure token. We will then... I guess we'll do the Ocelot right now. Okay. Meow meow. Swing with our kitty cats. How you like our meow mix, opponent? Meow 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 meow. Okay, that's fine. I guess we're gonna have to start blocking just to kind of get around our stuff. But even if they have all those, I hate Skyclad Apparition so much. Ugh, I hate that card. Absolutely disgusting card. Disgusting. Okay, it's fine, everybody. We have still alternate ways of getting around stuff, so it's not like this is the worst. We still have plenty of options to push through our opponents. Leon and Vanguard coming down, so we'll be able to gain some life. All right, put a +1/+1 counter on our Pride Maid. Jewel Thief, swinging. Even if they block and they just kind of put protection, we have trample. So, all right, block there. Oh, they will block with both. All right. Annoying. So unfortunately, that does mean that, well, I'm being dumb again. I attacked right into killing our Jewel Thief. That's okay, everybody. It's okay. We still have ways of getting around everything. So our opponent's just going to play a very, very annoyingly way. So with that, I guess we'll just do it this way. Regal Leosaur. They have at least one other black source, which has me worried, but we do have a way of gaining life. So, pumps up the Pride Maid. Can't really swing, unfortunately, but we can make cat tokens, which is nice. Source the plant. Come on, opponents. Let me have some fun. Hell yeah. Okay. Wow. I actually have the dog token. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. With that, they will swing. Oh dear. So they're going to start doing some shenanigans here. Okay. I'll have to kill the dog. I don't want to kill dogs. I love dogs. But in this case, all right. Here, takes out our stuff. Okay. Very annoying. So, if our opponent's going to start blinking stuff like here, I don't know if we're going to be able to get around this. We'll give it a try for a little bit longer. We have they have 2 cards in hand. Orcish Bowman. Okay. I'm not dealing with this. No. No, everybody. Absolutely disgusting. I don't like what their deck is doing. It's not a bad deck. I'm not saying they're not allowed to play it. I just don't want to deal with that. Okay. Okay. So, looking at the clock again, I think we have time for maybe like 2 more matches. Maybe 3 tops, depending on how long they take. And again, we'll kind of call it a day there. Not again that I don't want to continue, but again, one more time, I just have other things I have to take care of. But I do appreciate your support, everybody. If you do want to continue having fun together with us and the rest of our fiery friends, join the Discord. I would highly recommend that. If you haven't seen the Discord link, I'll leave that, of course, again for all of you. So you can just check that out. So with that, don't worry. I'm going to give my second here to add that up. I should probably automate this at some point. It's been a little while since I've actually done this. So there you go, everybody. For anybody that is watching, there's a Discord link. Check that out. You'll be very happy with all the fun stuff we get to do there. We'll hang out, chat with me directly, mostly where I will be throughout the day. So if you do want to contact me at any time, that's probably the fastest and easiest way to get me. Be more than happy to hear you out there. Planes, we're going to do that. A Johnny's welcome. Okay. What are you playing, opponents? What are you playing? Okay, they got planes. That's fine. So, let's go ahead. Let's start building up our kitty cats. Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Okay. Is this going to be enough, though? We need at least 1 more land, and we'd be set to go. We're playing snow-covered plains. Interesting. What are you playing, opponent? Chalice of the Void. Okay. That's gross, but it's not going to stop us. We can get around that. Johnny.
Where shall we hunt today?
Keep all the meow meows going. Swing here. Down to 19. Down to 18. Make a token. Gain some more life. Your Chalice of the Void. We can get around that, opponent. I'm not scared of that. You can try to stop us with your shenanigans. Solemnity. Okay, that's fine too. And there you go, everybody. They were going to try to lock us out there, but our cats don't care. Our cats did not care about dealing with that. So, not too bad. I'll take a quick win there. Yay. All right, so let's see. Maybe 1 more. We'll see. Hey, Mutual Hoplite. That's fine. Okay. Okay, so maybe 1 more question I want to ask everybody that's checking me out right now, wherever you're watching the content. So, if you are watching from wherever, if you do want to, wait, where am I going with this? Wait, okay, I was meaning to ask a question. Okay, so what are you looking forward to with Magic in the future? I know we haven't talked about it, but what do you think of Foundations? Is Foundations a good thing for the formats coming up? Just like, I guess it's just basically super core set. It's kind of what it is. Okay, our opponent's going to try to hit us with burn here. Interesting. Okay. That's fine. I'm not concerned about that. Because we have Johnny's welcome. And then we'll start putting down our Pride mates. Our deck has a lot of pride to it. Monastery Swiss here. Okay. Choice. Against a burn deck, I think we should be good. We just need to gain a little bit of life, and we should be fine. Prowess. All right. Taking this again. I'm just trying to be as fast as possible here. That's fine. Down to 15. Ocelot Pride again. Okay. I think put down this. I know it's tempting right now to put down these Ocelot Prides now. Oh, never mind. Our opponent. Yes. They just didn't want to deal with that. They're like, I don't want to deal with Infernoman and his life gain shenanigans. Okay. Not too bad. Okay. Let's do 1 more. Win or lose. Win or lose. Let's just jump right into having fun with 1 more. So that's how we're at, everybody. But yeah, what do you think about Foundations? Is that good for Magic and Arena coming up? I am going to be optimistic as always. I like what it does, but it kind of is awkward because Foundations is what core sets used to be. Core sets used to be, for those of you maybe that don't remember too well, core sets were the idea that all you just simply did was you would get the basic cards they were usually powered down because, again, they were mostly just reprints that would just help you get to what you needed. Like, you would get your shocks, you would get your mana dorks, your ops, the basics for any kind of Magic deck. And that's mostly what it was designed to do, was just to help you kind of get through some stuff. Oh, well, Kevin, I'm glad you asked. I will actually do a video on this in the future. But Foundations is actually a brand new idea that's kind of reusing an old idea, if that makes sense. So what I mean by that is, Foundations is designed to be in the future for Magic, kind of like a way to kind of build, here's basically a set of cards that are designed to be the bare bones basics that any deck can use. It's just going to be built with, I guess, a bunch of like all the generic essentials that any deck could use. Like if you have a Duress for discard, if you like discard, they'll probably have a couple burn spells for aggro decks, things like that. So I guess literally it just means that it's just going to help create a foundation for base decks, just to make sure that if any decks out there need a little help, it just gives you the core stuff, see, core, ideas of just Magic, just to get you what you need. I know it sounds a little confusing for me to explain, but again, at the same time, they haven't explained what other cards are coming into the decks, but that's going to come in November, so that's going to come at the end of the year. Apparently, that's going to stay in rotation for 5 years, so that's a long time for basic cards to be in there before they rotate them around again. But we'll see. Maybe that might help future decks, but we will have to see what that means in the future. In the meantime, we need to go off here, so opponent's going to start putting a lot of pressure on us very quickly, but we need to gain life, and we need to gain stuff ASAP. So with that, Plains, gain some life, no attacks. All right, make a token. We just need to get down that Johnny's Welcome. If we can get one more land, we are in business. That's all we need. Ideally, we need another Plains, and we should be good to go. So, opponent here is trying to do a bunch of surveilling, so they're going to try to throw stuff into the yard here. They have a Faithless Looting, which kind of concerns me. But we'll see. We'll see what they try to do. Okay. 2 more cards in hand, opponent. You got 2 more mana open. Do you have anything else to play? If they don't have removal, we should be good. Hopefully. They have to swing of both of their Dragon's Rage Channelers, because that's what it requires. Okay. They do have removal. Well, that sucks. Alright. I was hoping we were going to have a shot at winning this one. But maybe we don't. I don't know. It all depends on what our opponent's trying to do here. Skewer the critics. Okay, so they are just aggro. Straight out aggro. Which is fine. I just need at least one way to gain some life and stabilize here. Then we'd be good to go. Case of... Okay, that doesn't help us, unfortunately. Okay, so with that... Ooh, jeez. Okay, this doesn't... Ooh, boy. Oh, man. We can't get rid of those Dragon's Rage Channelers now. Well, this... No, hold on. This kind of stinks. Okay. How do we get around this at all? Can we survive a turn? Alright. Down to 17. Okay. Come on, deck. If they don't get a burn spell, we might have a shot. Just maybe. But I don't know. If this is burn, or anything that's hasty, we lose. Oh. Alright, well, that was the most unfortunate way to win. So, alright, I guess they beat us here with aggro. They got a good start. We didn't get our lands. Maybe I should have put another land in this deck. Alright. Well, we went out with a whimper. Meow meow. Sad cat. It's okay, everybody. Still, as much as I would like to keep trying to go until we finish up with a win, that's okay, everybody. We'll just end it here, because again, I got to take care of a couple other things. But, as always, before we all go, we will still have one more thing that I want to talk about, which is, of course, the deck itself. So, let's talk about the deck and wrap this up. So, what do y'all think? Would you play this deck in any way, shape, or form? Despite some of the losses we had, mostly just because, again, it is a budget deck, if we can upgrade the mana base, I think this deck would do very perfectly fine, even if you don't change anything in the main deck. That's mostly, again, what it comes down to. And let's be real, that's just what it's going to happen if you're a budget player. You're just going to have some obviously awkward plays, just because, again, you can't afford all the stuff. But one thing I always encourage is, don't feel like getting a bunch of losses and 1 or 2 wins is a bad deck. It just happens sometimes with Magic. Sometimes, again, you just turn out well, and sometimes you just don't get what you need. But that's perfectly fine. I want to encourage others out there that watch my videos to know that when you play budget decks, the idea, of course, is you have a foundation for something that you like, that you're hoping to build into to make something stronger in the future. I mean, that's kind of what the basics of when it comes to building a good Magic deck is going to happen. You just work with a budget, and if little by little, you will build it up to make it exactly what you want down the line. But sometimes it just takes time, and that's, again, what I encourage with these decks. But overall, I am actually really happy with how the deck turned out. As long as you can upgrade the mana base, that's all you really need to do. Upgrade your mana base, and everything else here works much, much better. So take that into consideration if you do want to build this deck. Other upgrades I would give you or recommend for you is, excuse me, add in maybe, if you want to go super wide, you can get rid of the Ajani's Pridemate completely. And then I would say maybe add in a full playset of Ajani Nakado Pariah here, just to give you a little bit more go wide strategy. Maybe from there, you can probably add in another copy of Case of the Gateway Express for more removal. That might help you out. That'll also give you a bunch more pump. Other things I could recommend for you. The one-ofs are honestly a little bit awkward because you might not get them when you need them, and you might get them when you don't need them. So if you want to be more consistent with the deck, choose what you prefer to add in. You can also just play around with things I mentioned in the sideboard that might help you actually play best of 3 here. There were definitely some matches where if I had Rhythm of the Wild, that actually would have helped us against those control decks just to prevent us from getting counterspelled. So you have plenty of options. Cats actually, they got a lot of good upgrades over time. There is, however, one upcoming card from the set Bloomborough that's coming out that actually would be really great for us if you want to stay budget, but you also want to punish opponents. So it's the Sunspire Lynx. Let's see, where is that card? Let's see. See if I can get that card up on screen for you real quick. So hold on. There it is. That's the card, everybody. So with this, if you can get this, maybe for the upgraded deck, that probably might help you out quite a bit. It will solve some problems that our deck has. However, be very careful with this card because the card itself will turn off our life gain. So we got to be mindful of that. Only throw that in there if you just want to go big, finish off your opponent, and use that card as a finisher. Don't put it in early because otherwise that'll turn off your own life gain. Something to consider for the future if you want to upgrade. Otherwise, not much else I would really say about the deck. Just again, other cards if you just want to look up other things real quick. So let's actually type this in. So with that, we will type in cat. And okay, so with that, if you do want to look at, again, more options for you, and you say like you just want to go straight with all this, here's some better options for you. So you can put in cards like Adorn Pouncer if you want a little bit more power. If you want to get more tokens, Leonin War Leader, hilarious on the back end there. If you want to get that, you can get maybe an extra copy of Feline Sovereign. Maybe you can even I would probably now move that to the main deck. Maybe take out, I guess, even Pride Sovereign. If you don't care about going super big, you can go super wide and then just have your Feline Sovereign provide you better support. You can also put in cards like Prowling Serpapod here. It's a cat snake, so this also will prevent your creatures from getting countered if you don't have, if you want to upgrade from Rhythm of the Wild. So you can also do that too. So that way it just kind of goes with the whole cat theme. And also, ironically, this will not get counterspelled because of the fact that it is a creature. So something to consider as well. Regal Caracal here also gives you more pump, gives all of your cats lifelink, so they will trigger off everything with what we were trying to do earlier with Ocelot Pride. That's also an option for you. If you do want to also get a free roll, you can also put in Kahira here. It's a free roll because all of our creatures are cats, so that's actually great for you. That's also another upgrade I would recommend. If you want to go with something a little bit more protective, you can also go with cards like Bronze High Lion here. And then as far as other cats, most of the other ones are mostly just going to focus on things that don't have really much to do with cats. Or I would say maybe Rin Seri, but this will give you dogs. So this is going to be something I would only recommend if you want to maybe splash in for dogs. And you can go Naya Cat Dog instead. But you do have plenty of options. I actually love what all this wants to do. So definitely I would say this is going to be something that I would recommend for you, whatever you want to do, depending on, again, how the deck goes. So something to consider for the future. However you want to look at it, you have a ton of options for you overall on whatever you want. But otherwise, before I ramble on, I would definitely say, if you do like the deck, if you're a fan of cats, if you're a fan of creature decks, if you're a fan of aggro in general, I would definitely say give this deck a try. And I assure you, even though it may not look like it's going to do much in ranked, you'll definitely have a lot of fun with it if you play it unranked, and you'll definitely not be disappointed with what we have. So, how do we wrap this up? Okay, so if you're still in there for the very, very tail end of this whole video, this is again what we're looking at for the future, everybody. My future deck techs for the ultra budget, we have a basically warriors for you. I did mention we're going 3-color now, so we have basically warriors coming up. We will have a basically energy deck for you. I'm still kind of trying to play around with the dungeon one. I'm not satisfied with it yet, but we are trying to use that as a concept for a 3-color deck. We have a mutate deck as well. There's going to be a couple other ones. We just talked about food recently, so that one's also coming up too. We have plenty of other options for you. I have another viewer that was talking about a Grixis Magnus deck that actually I put together. This one's actually non-budget, but I'm going to see if I can try to slim it down to make it budget friendly. This is actually a hilariously fun deck. As far as future stuff, as you can see right here, we're definitely working on our bat deck. So this is, again, something that's going to be based on all what you voted on. You all want to see me put together a bat deck for Bloom Burrows. So that is coming. We just are missing the other key pieces that are going to be coming soon from the set next week. So I will have time to put that together. Any other decks in the future, mostly it's just going to be dependent on, again, what I feel like playing. But we also have one more timeless deck that I haven't talked about from Modern Rises 3, which I'm calling Only Human. So this might be something I might play on stream down the future, maybe between sets. We'll see how that goes. But otherwise, that's basically all I have for you today, everybody. Thank you one more time for hanging in there. I do appreciate all of you that have supported me. I got to go now. Hopefully, again, you all have a wonderful day wherever you at, wherever you are up to today. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely week. We'll see you next week for Bloom Burrow. I'm really excited for all of that. I look forward to doing that with all of you guys. But as always, just remember that no matter what you do play in the game of life, always be sure to burn bright. Have a wonderful day, everyone. And until next time, later.